I feel the Spirit moving in me. 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 I feel the joy moving in me. I feel the joy moving in me. I feel the peace moving in me. Yeah. I feel the peace moving in me. Go on, Leon. Yeah. Lucy. The presence moving in me. Sing with us. I feel the presence moving in me. Oh, I feel the presence moving in me. I feel the presence moving in me. Oh, yeah, yeah. I feel the Spirit moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me, yeah. I feel the Spirit moving in me. Yes, I do. I feel the Spirit moving in me. Moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me. Oh. We feel the Spirit today. Yeah, thank you so much. Welcome to Unity of Bonaire. Let's stand and affirm what we know to be true. God is good, and all is well. What a wonderful morning, beyond compare. I feel God's loving presence everywhere. I am filled with joy profound in a world where many miracles abound. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well. Please be seated.
Good morning, Unity. Welcome to Unity of Bonaire, where we live and express unconditional love and grow together in peace and prosperity. My name is Reverend Patty, and it is my joy to serve as the senior minister here alongside each one of you, because all of us are up to creating this amazing community where we get to become transformed ever more deeply each day into the Christ we are. Whether this is your first time joining us or your 100th time, whether you're in person or online, we're grateful for your presence and your participation as we share this time together. We have come here as part of love's divine purpose that calls each of us forth to celebrate the connection we all share through this holy presence within us and all around us that we call God. And in this spirit of community, we unfold in light and love all spiritual and religious gatherings everywhere. We want to especially welcome any of you who are here for the first time. If you're in the room, please raise your hand so you can have a welcome packet brought to you. And we invite you to join us for fellowship coffee following the service. And there's a name tag. You can put your name on there, on you as you do that. And if you're online for the first time, please check out unitybonaire.org for activities that are happening here. Okay, so we're starting a new month, right? And so we have a new power, and I found a joke about zeal and enthusiasm. Isn't that great? So a man goes into a movie theater and sits down, and a woman comes and sits next to him who has a dog on her lap. And the movie starts, and when things get funny and everybody's laughing, it kind of looks like the dog is into the happy part of it. And then when things get sad, it seems like he's whimpering, and the man just thinks, well, this is really unusual. And the movie ends, and they exit, and he goes up to her and says, excuse me, I just have to tell you, I have never seen anything like this before. That dog seemed like he was happy at the right times and sad at the right times, and that he really enjoyed the movie. And she said, you know, I was surprised too, because he really didn't like the book. Okay, so let's take a nice breath and center ourselves as we move into prayer. We're just going to relax our shoulders, relax our mind and our muscles. If you're comfortable, close your eyes. Nice deep breath and then an exhale. Just becoming embodied with our spirituality, and we let ourselves feel the presence and power within us. Tune into this thing that is living and breathing us, that is beating our heart and causing oxygen to go in and out, and a host of other things we don't have to worry about. And now we just allow ourselves to feel the peace. So we intentionally create this big bowl of love where we can bring all our concerns, all those we love. And we start with those whose names are in our prayer box. We include those, and we seem to have a growing list of members of our church who we're holding in prayer. So we have Silas, Taylor, and Ethan, Chuck and Diana, Bill and Jennifer, Nancy, who is back here with us for the first time since her fall, Teresa, Hannah and Stephen, Edwina, Jody, Reverend Thelma, Deb, Dana, Margot, Bev Wooldridge, Becky Robinson, Jackie and Billy, Myra. And then if you have anyone else in your circle of loved ones that you would like to add, you can add that name now silently or out loud. And we know the truth of each one of these people, that the truth of their being is wholeness and health and prosperity and wisdom and faith. So we see all these things coming to the forefront, moving in and through every cell of their bodies, in and through their consciousness, and just allowing them to breathe easily, knowing that this one power is as close as their breath, that it is here, right now, working in the very circumstances of their lives. And we continue to add to those we bring into the light. Our city, our state, our country, and our world. And we just think of those who are in leadership positions and see them standing in integrity and willing to use power in ways that uplifts and empowers the lives of those in their areas. We just take a moment to imagine, what would it feel like to have a world that is living in peace? We send love to all those places where there is hostility at the moment. And we send love to all those who have had devastating things happening to their homes and to those they loved as a result of this hurricane we've experienced. We just continue to see all kinds of agencies and individuals stepping forward to help these families have everything they need to continue on in this transitional time. And we see the inner strength within them rising up. Now we go to the beautiful faces of children around our world. Children in this church and our state, all over the place, that have this potential to step into being the divine light that they are. And we just see that unfolding for them. And we think of a couple things for which we are so very grateful. We just let that gratitude vibration rise up within us. We close with our usual mantra, and we say together, and please say with me, I am grateful 3 times. I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. And so it is. And then let's have our statement of truth. Please affirm with me that which we believe. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the omnipotent good. And then Stephanie is here. Stephanie, would you like to come up to this first mic over here? And she has been through the effects of this devastating hurricane, and I've asked her, this one is turned on over here. Thank you.
Yes. My name is Stephanie Clark, for those who don't know me. I've been attending for... Okay. You can hold it if you want. My name is Stephanie Clark, for those who don't know me. I've been attending for close to 10 years and a member for the last 5. Thank you for the opportunity to share my experience and appeal with you today. I'm sure nearly everyone has heard harrowing tales about the destructiveness wrought by Hurricane Helene as she made landfall last week. I am a grateful survivor. Upon leaving my vacation rental in the Smokies, I unknowingly drove directly into the heart of the worst in and around Asheville. I slept in my car for 3 days with my cat between 2 different gas station parking lots, awaiting cleared roads and access to gasoline. Even though I saw it firsthand, it is hard for me to reconcile the extent of damage and devastation left behind. I am traumatized by that experience. So is my cat. And we are very lucky, and I'm so aware of that. My heart is breaking for the friends that I made, whose lives are forever altered, and who will be living without modern conveniences like electricity, running water, passable roads, open businesses, open schools, and homes that aren't full of mud, water, and trees. Today, I ask each of you to consider how you can best help in this situation. For some, preparedness will be most important should they face similar circumstances. We can compare notes and packing lists if you'd like to do that. A generator and a miner's lamp are at the top of mine. If you feel so moved, there are many organizations involved in the recovery efforts, and they are accepting donations. I'm going to tell you about a few. First of all, the American Red Cross. Food banks across Western North Carolina. Each county has their own food bank, and they are doing their best to get food someplace where someone can prepare it for folks to eat. To that end, the World Kitchen is partnered with a local business in Asheville. So there's another organization. Unity of Asheville, I understand, we and Unity of Richmond will be supporting. And I myself am taking up collections for Baptists on Mission. Those folks showed up by dinner time Saturday night after that storm Friday, and they were providing 3 hot meals a day to anybody that could get to them. I'm also available to brainstorm other ideas to provide assistance. Thank you again for allowing me to share with you today. And I'd like to give you another gentle reminder to be as kind as you can, because you truly never know what is going on with someone else. Blessings and love.
So I want you to know that the scan code that is on the bulletin today is the code that goes directly to the giving tile on our website for hurricane relief. So the board will be meeting in 2 weeks, and we will designate where all the monies go, and we will be sure to find something that is getting help directly to the amount of devastation that has happened. One of our families here has a cousin near Boone who lost their home, both cars, and the husband and the wife and the child got out alive. I mean, all right, I'm going to turn it over to our music team.
It's time for us all to sing together. Let's stand. The name of this song is Thank You for This Day, Spirit. This is a prayer, so let's pray together. 3. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friend. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friend. Oh, thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this. We're so grateful. Yeah.
Life, Spirit.
Yeah, yeah.
For this life.
This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful life. This wonderful, this wonderful, wonderful life. I want to thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this life. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful life. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful life. Thank you for this day, Spirit.
Thank you for this day.
I want to say thank you for this day,
Spirit.
Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Play some horn, please.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
Little adjustment there. Hey, I'm Susan Moncure, and I'm here to share the wonderful transformational opportunities here at Unity of Bonaire. And also the first opportunity I'd like to say is thank you, joy, joy, joy. It is my joy to stand here and see all of your radiant faces and feel that love that is circulating in and through all of us. Amen. And the first opportunity is that we'd like to thank everybody who helped our wonderful pet blessing event yesterday, and I'd like to invite Susan Green up to share.
Hello, everyone. We had a great event yesterday, and we could not have done it without the great volunteers. We had garden members on Thursday out sprucing up the place, and we had people baking cookies for people treats, and we had people working the event, whether they were giving blessings or setting up tables or taking them back down. So we had lots of people that helped, and if any of you are here in the room today, if you'd stand right now so we can show our appreciation. There's a lot of you here, some chaplains. There we go. Thank you all. I want you to know that we had a really good showing of pets that came, and some were in picture form, but altogether we had 18 dogs, 5 cats, and in picture we even had 4 frogs. They each had their name and their personalities were explained to Reverend Phyllis. And so the frogs got blessed. I'm sure they were hopping when she got home. We did yesterday. We also had representatives here from Furbish Thrift, as well as Goochland Pet Lovers. And so they got to tell people a lot about what they do. And in cash yesterday that we will share between the two of those organizations, we raised just about $300. That does not include gifts that were given online, so we'll know about that a little later, and we'll update you with the total. And you still have an opportunity to help. There are people treats in the fellowship room. They're on a table, there's a QR code there, or just throw a quarter in. Take some cookies home, enjoy them, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, Susan. Today, after a fellowship coffee, our Elna's Prayer Shawl Ministry group meets in the lobby. All are welcome and supplies are provided. Whether you're a beginner or have made many creations, join us to learn a little, enjoy fellowship together, and make beautiful shawls and other things for this important ministry. We start at 12:15. Next week, just a reminder, chair yoga and movie night are canceled. and our meditation and potluck are at our usual time on Wednesday, noon, and 12:30, respectively. If you haven't been with us, join us for one or both. It's a terrific way to boost your spirit during the week. Next Friday and Saturday, the Ignite the Light event will be held here, and Lisa is here to tell you more about it.
Good morning, everybody, and please forgive my allergies. So Ignite Your Light is next weekend. We've been planning this for a long time. It's in honor of Dwight Smith, who was very active here at Unity, so we thought this would be a good place to hold the event. And I want to focus on the fact that this is about peace. This weekend is about peace. We are going to experience peace through meditation, peace through music, peace through dance, and peace through fellowship. So we've got awesome musicians coming. Armand and Angelina. Valerie Kay is going to be here. My nephew Jason is going to sing. He was one of Dwight's favorites. And speakers that are going to focus on peace, including Richard Gordon, who's going to do the Friday night meditation, and Lydia Evans, and Catherine Lehman, and Thelma Smith. So please come. The early registration is until the 9th, which is Wednesday, I believe. We need to get a number of people who are going to come and have lunch with us as well. So the flyers are out in the hallway, or you can talk to me after the service about this. But I really hope people will come and focus on peace. We need it now more than ever, and especially with our election a month away. So you know where two or more are gathered. Please come.
Thanks, Lisa. The following Saturday, Serenity First Hospice will have their annual memorial service here on October 19th. This is a beautiful service to remember loved ones and celebrate their lives. All are invited. Please RSVP by Friday, October 11th to Serenity at 804-562-5777. And next, Steve would like to share with us a message about the Tangier Island trip.
Hello, I'm Steve Yaris. I've been with Unity for 33 years, so I know Unity. Thursday is the Tangier trip, and so far the weather looks great. First time I've ever been, so I'm looking forward to it. And the only thing, if you're going, you have to be here at 7:30. The boat leaves at 10. It's a 2-hour drive, so don't be late.
Thank you, Steve. And then at last, but not least, our annual Boo and Stew Day is here, and Amy is here to share more.
Thank you, Susan. First of all, I just want to acknowledge Stephanie and the love that she brought and the courage to get up here and speak a heart share this morning. I just want to say we love you. We love you so much. I've got 2 minutes and I have a lot of ground to cover. So my hat is Peter Pan. I've been called Pied Piper today and Robin Hood, and I'll take all of them. And Boo and Stew is about love and kindness and sharing and bringing community in. And I want to tell you what the love in this congregation has brought to us for Boo and Stew. Jonathan the Juggler, pony rides, courtesy of Village Montessori, cakewalk that's magnificent, tarot card readings. Manchester Rescue Squad's going to be here to set up to be with us and also to showcase their unit. Hope we never have to ride in one, but it'll give you an idea of what it'll look like in case you do. The Pocket Lady returns to Unity of Bon Air. I'm really excited about that. Face painting, there's a Halloween table game with prizes. We're having bluegrass music from our congregation. Russell's bringing his bluegrass band to play. We're also having, sponsored by YFM, the Magic Garden of Curiosities. So this is going to be in our garden. It's going to be amazing. And as Mary Curley said a couple of weeks ago, she's looking for a glut. So I'm looking for a glut of volunteers today because we need all hands on deck now that we have all these things that are happening. We need folks to come and help us out. So I got 2 dates. October the 18th from 9 to 5. I'm going to be here at church if you want to bring donations. And if you also want to come and help YFM do some painting and putting together some props and things like that, we'll be here. Also, Chef Ed is going to be in the kitchen in the afternoon cooking his big, like 5,000 quarts of Brunswick stew. I'm sure he'll need some help chopping and peeling and all that good stuff. We also, I'm recruiting today, we need more hot dogs and buns because the Men of Unity are going to be cooking hot dogs. We need hot dogs and buns. We need cakes for cakewalks. We need the stew and the kitchen. We have a lot of stews and soups and stuff, but we need cornbread. Please, people, bring cornbread. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, yes, thank you. That Reverend Patty has a sweet tooth. Desserts. We need desserts. So I'm going to be in fellowship afterwards so we can, talk and see what else people want to bring and do. But that's what you guys have done. So give yourselves a hand. Thank you. I almost forgot. Saturday from 5:30, Saturday the 18th, from the 19th, from 5:30 on, we're actually going to be here decorating. So when y'all come on Sunday morning, it'll all be ready for Boo and Stew. And also wear your costume. Congregation, wear your costume. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Amy. It's an amazing season here, fall season at UCBA. Be sure to keep up with us by checking your e-news website and follow us on Facebook. Now, the Daily Word, which has been the Daily Word for 100 years. And you can get a subscription through the Daily Word, and you can even have it on your phone and read it. So the topic today is joy. Be joy. I rejoice in life's simple pleasures. Life's biggest moments, weddings, births, graduations, celebrations of all kinds are a cause for joy. But joy is also found in life's simpler moments, the day-to-day happenings that comprise daily living. Joy is in the sunrise, in my morning prayer, in the familiar faces I love and look forward to seeing, in the satisfaction I get from my work. It's in my favorite things and the sweet surprises that come from trying something new and different. Joy is in the comfort I find in my favorite spiritual practices and in finding God anew as I deepen in spiritual insight. Joy is also in feeding the wild ducks in the morning. However it manifests, joy is a part of me, a way to feel the peace and power of God in my heart and deep in my soul. And they ate and drank before the Lord on that day with great joy. 1 Corinthians 29:22. So together we'll say it 3 times. Yep. I rejoice in life's simple pleasures. I rejoice in life's simple pleasures. I rejoice in life's simple pleasures. And so it is, and now on to wonderful music. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to introduce our guest vocalists today, Ben Johnson and Bernard Grant.
Na segonya mabagiti baba. Na segonya mabagiti baba.
Ngoyama ningianabala, ngoyama ningianabala, ngoyama
The day we arrive on the planet and blend and step into the sun, there's more to see than can never be seen, more to do that can never be done. Some say eat or be eaten. Some say live and let live. But all are agreed as they join the stampede. You should never take more than you give in the circle of life. It's the wheel of fortune. It's the leap of faith. It's the band of hope till we find our place on the path unwinding in the circle of life. Some of us fall by the wayside, and some of us soar to the stars, and some of us sail through the troubles, and some have to live with the scars. There's far too much to take in here, more to find than can ever be found. But the sun rolling high through the sapphire sky keeps great and small on the endless round in the circle of life. It's the wheel of fortune. It's the leap of faith. It's the band of hope till we find our place on the path unwinding, yeah, in the circle of life. It's the wheel of fortune. It's the leap of faith. It's the band of hope till we find our place on the path unwinding, yeah, in the circle of life, in the circle of life.
Oh my gosh, are we blessed or what? So this morning we're on the power of zeal, and we have something we haven't had in a while to start us off this morning. So I'm going to invite Stephanie to come up. Our Readers Theater is going to kick off the message today. So yay! Welcome, Readers Theater. Let's do a testing on our mics.
Okay, testing. All right.
Okay, it's still red. Just a minute. Testing. Okay, we're good.
Okay. All right. Morning, folks. Good morning. Now, you all have seen reality TV, right? Okay. Well, I'm here to show you what it's like to be a real fairy godmother. Oh, yeah. I see some of you don't comprehend that a fairy godmother is a legitimate professional. I am fully trained in all the aspects of the divine ideas known as the 12 powers. And let me tell you, I don't have time to go chasing people down like the wannabe fairy godmothers on the movies. No, sir, no, ma'am. When people need my help, they need to show me respect and make an appointment. Here comes one now.
Oh, hey! Wow! Oh my gosh! Oh, so great to meet you. I'm a bit early for my appointment, but I was hoping we might be able to get a running start. See, I have this little startup operation. Well, one of several, actually. But the startup was more like a jump start, and then it just sizzled out. And now I'm looking for ways to get a kickstart. Or maybe I should just start fresh with another project. I have tons of great ideas.
I see. This is going to be too easy. You see what's going on over here? Honey, you got way too much enthusiasm. Yep. Too much get up and go going on. Now, enthusiasm is a good thing, but too much start me up with no staying power gets you nowhere. And where exactly do you find your wisdom?
Well, I just start out with what feels right. And then wisdom?
Yeah, I bet none of you had this issue before. Now you just stay right there. Stay still. Take some deep breaths. And think of one word. Just one word. Okay, you're doing good. And just trust me. There you go. Be still. Keep it going. I got another customer pulling up in a few minutes.
I really don't mean to be intruding here. I can see you're very busy. How about if I just come back in another while?
Boy, he is too cool for school. Let's see if I can get him to talk. Hold on now. You've come this far. No need for a wasted trip. Just tell Mama what's on your mind.
Well, I've never actually consulted a professional like yourself before. I have never actually consulted a professional like yourself before on an issue like this. Maybe I'll just come back later.
Cough it up, Bust.
Oh, fine, okay. Without conceit, I'm able to say that I have achieved all that I planned to at this point in my life. I have the career. I got the finances. I got the car. I got the condo. And I really feel fit and very pleased for all of that. But it seems like there's something missing.
But you're a planner and you went straight up the ladder. But how do you feel about these accomplishments?
Feel? Satisfied.
What do you do for fun?
Fun? Well, I hadn't actually planned that yet. There's nothing on the calendar for that.
zeal to add to your accomplishments. Here you go. I want you to repeat that affirmation. Before you start anything on your calendar, repeat it and keep doing it until you feel it and you mean it.
You mean like right now?
Right now.
I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me. Charles Fillmore. Charles Fillmore?
An old guy in his 90s with more vim and vigor than you can even imagine, apparently. So it's your choice. Will you give it a try?
In his 90s? That's impressive. Sure, I'll try it.
Good. While you're at it, get that lady out to lunch over there. She's got more zip and zeal than a firecracker on the 4th of July. All right.
Okay.
Like her, she's cute.
Okay, thanks. This'll be fun.
Great job. Thank you for Stephanie and Regina and Chuck for being willing to do that this morning for us. So I want to talk about zeal. Here is a direct quote, another direct quote from Charles Fillmore. Zeal is this inward fire of your soul that urges you onward toward your goal. Zeal is the affirmative impulse of existence. Its command is go forward. Zeal is the zest for life, and what we must temper it with is wisdom. All of those are Charles's words. So I'm going to tell you, zeal can look like a lot of different things. So a lot of us think of Regina's burst of enthusiasm as what zeal looks like, but it comes in lots of different forms. So I'm going to tell you several stories so you can then begin to recognize how zeal, the power of zeal, can show up in your own life. So the first story is a conversation that someone had with a widow that I heard about. The husband and wife had had a small farm, and they had been married for over 50 years, and he passed. And the woman couldn't continue to manage the farm by herself, so she had to sell it and move. And she thought, I have to find an outlet for myself so life could flow back into me. And she said, it's getting easier and easier. She's ended up working at a store at Biltmore Estates that was selling flowers, and she was around people. And she loved plants and people. She realized she was so blessed to find this job. So what we know is if we want to be an outlet, there's also an inlet happening. So as she was blessing others with her service and her work, she was being blessed. That is the flow of energy, of love, of passion, and of zeal. And there's a saying that says, years may wrinkle the skin, but absence of enthusiasm will wrinkle the soul. Enthusiasm makes the soul hearty. So this widow found a way to feel enthusiastic and grateful. That is zeal in action. So then I have another story about inlets and outlets. Two farmers were in a time of drought, and between their land was a lake. So the two of them got together and they prayed, give us rain, guide us, and what we are to do. So they went home and had their individual prayer practices, and one listened and got the vision to create a channel from the lake down into his crops. And the other guy came over a while later and said, well, I've been praying every day, but you're the one getting the results. What's going on? And the other said, I prayed and listened. Then I got busy. I created a channel for the plants. So zeal often involves our fifth principle, put the feet in the action, right? Then here's a story about a child. So we know if you want to experience zeal, just go get in a classroom with children, right? But here's Harry Emerson Fosdick was one of the outstanding ministers in the 20th century. And as a child, he lived in upstate New York, and his mom sent him out to pick a quart of raspberries. So you can imagine this is not a little boy's idea of a great errand. So he's dragging his butt out to the raspberry patch, and he's getting there, and it feels like it's taking forever to get the line to come up on the container he'd been given. But then a thought crossed his mind, and he thought, you know what? I bet it would make my mom so happy if I brought home 2 quarts of raspberries. So then he put his mind on that, and before he knew it, the container was full, and he remembered for the rest of his life the joy that was on his mother's face when he came home with that bucket of raspberries. So often when we're tapped into our powers, our power of love, our power of zeal, we're connected to a higher purpose. When we give from awareness, we open up to be the channel, and we get to experience it flowing through us. He got that experience of seeing his mom's face light up. The farmers got the experience of seeing the things growing. We connect to love, to be on purpose. So here's one of the really short scripture story that's so beautiful from Luke 2, 1 through 4. This is talking about Jesus. And he looked up and saw the rich putting their gifts into the treasury. And he saw also a certain poor widow putting in 2 mites, which are 2 very small coins that only amount to like a couple cents. And he said, truly I say to you, this poor widow has put in more than all. For all these out of their abundance have put in offerings for God, but she out of her poverty put in all the livelihood that she had. So Jesus is saying in this teaching that it was the greatest gift in the room when this woman gave the gift of a few cents, 2 small coins, but all she had. That's an image of zeal and of passion. Not one of somebody bouncing around the room with energy, right? But one of the love and the passion flowing out of that person. And then I have an image ripped out of the headlines when I was on my iPhone on Friday. And I know it has been repeated over and over amidst the circumstances of the storm. So a man named Ben Miller, who was a real estate agent and father of 2 from Winston-Salem, has been driving supplies into affected areas. He dropped off 27,000 water bottles into Marion on Sunday. And on Monday, he went to Spruce Pine, which is exactly where Stephanie was, abandoned in the parking lot in her car, a remote town where he had family roots. He gathered donations from individuals, businesses, and from his son's soccer team, including large totes to distribute water for cleaning, washing, and flushing toilets. Because not only do you have to have water for drinking, but you have to have water for everything else that involves living. Then another group called the Altitude Project is a volunteer group of private pilots. They raised $200,000 to fund operations. So these guys have jets and helicopters and a lot of connection. And they said, we just decided to lock arms and create our own thing and help people out because they knew it usually takes the government 3 to 5 days, if you're lucky, to coordinate a response. So we just decided to hop into action. And then lastly, the Mountain Mule Packer Ranch is running mule trains of supplies into isolated areas. This is what zeal looks like when it is tempered with wisdom and love. A fire that starts in the soul and brings warmth and light to others. Let's see, I got my pages wacko. And the final story. Now, this story sounds like a Florence Shinn story to me. I found it on Facebook from one of my urban school professors, but she didn't quote who it was from. So this is out of a book. A man came to see me in London in great distress. He had attended some lectures I gave, and he wanted advice. He was the owner of a general grocery store in a village in the south of England, and hitherto there had been no competition. Now, one of the big chain stores was opening a branch almost opposite to him in the main street, and he was in a panic. He said, "How can I compete with them? I am ruined." And she said, "I know the great law. You know the great law. You know where your supply comes from. Why be afraid?" He said, "Well, I must do something." And she said, "Stand in your shop each morning and bless it by claiming that divine power works through it for great prosperity and peace for all concerned." Well, that sounded reasonable. He nodded his head in agreement. "Then look down the street to where they are fitting up the new store and bless that in the same way." "What? Cut my own throat?" he screamed. She explained that what blesses one blesses all. She told him that he was really hating his competition through fear, and that his hatred would destroy him, while blessing the enemy was the way to get rid of hate. She finished by saying, "You cannot cut your throat with prayer. You can only improve everything." It took some time to persuade him, but at last he got the idea. And when she met him several years later, he told her that the business had been better than ever since the chain store appeared, and that they seemed to be getting on well too. So isn't that one of those like quiet examples of zeal, of being zealous for blessing what's going on in our lives and blessing what's going on in another person's life? If you're very zealous and fearful, you can be sure you're not tapped into one of the 12 powers. The enthusiasm that comes from the Christ Center always comes from a loving energy attached to it and expresses the purpose of why we are here. Zeal can sometimes be a quiet enthusiasm. And as I think of Jesus doing his daily thing, I think he had a quiet enthusiasm that drew people to him. He knew the Father and I are one. And he wanted others to know this truth for themselves. He walked, he taught, he ate, and healed with this power of going forward, expressing this truth. That the divine is right in the midst of each and every person. What a beautiful image of zeal. He never let anything stop him. Somebody said, help, I need help. He was right present with them, with this truth in his mind and his heart that changed people's lives. So I want us to know, I want you to know, I behold the Christ in you. You are called to the mighty purpose of expressing divine love. May you go forward with wisdom and zeal. And we'll go forward, we'll close this part with remembering Charles' statement, and I'll have you say it after I say it. So I'm going to give you clumps of it. I fairly sizzle with zeal, energy, and enthusiasm. And enthusiasm. Eager to do that which ought to be done by me today. Eager to do that which ought to be done by me today. So I'm not sure I saw a lot of sizzling, but I heard the voice. Okay, so we're going to take a moment and let our music team come get us ready for some meditation.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you all. So I'm going to invite us, if you're comfortable, to let your eyes close and let your shoulders drop. Take a couple deep breaths. We're breathing in love and we're breathing out peace. So one question about the power of zeal is, where do you feel stuck or not lively? This is a power connected to life expressing through us. Zeal is not about how great or small. It's about what we have to contribute. Zeal and enthusiasm will flow easily when we realize that we have gifts to give. We've been called with great purpose. So another one of my famous ministers is Howard Thurman, and he has this quote, "Don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive, and go do it." Because what the world needs is people who have come alive, and the ones that are alive are the ones we see giving us images of zeal at work. And then finally, I'm going to say one more quote, and then we're going to go into the silence. There is something in every one of you that waits and listens for the sound of the genuine in yourself. It is the only true guide you will ever have. So here we go. We're going to dive into the silence and listen. And I'm going to invite you to come back to this space. Feel yourself supported by the chair, to feel your feet grounded on the floor. And again, to let Charles's words be your words. I fairly sizzle with zeal, energy, and enthusiasm, eager to do that which ought to be done by me today. And so it is. Here come our ushers. If you have your offering in physical form, want to hold it in your hand. Otherwise, hold it in your consciousness. Let's say our blessing. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving and receiving. More great music.
Again, we want to thank all of our guests today. That would be Bernard, Ben, and Leon showed up. We just love having all of them here. Ben is so creative, and he rewrote the words to this song. I'll just let him share it right now.
Love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else but not for me. Love was out to get me, that's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. And then I started to pray. Now I'm a believer, and not a trace of doubt in my mind. We are love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave prayer if I tried. I thought love was more or less a given thing. The more I gave, the less I got. Oh yeah. What's the use in trying? All you get is pain. When I wanted sunshine, I got rain. And then I started to pray. Now I'm a believer, and not a trace of doubt in my mind. We are love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave prayer if I tried. What's the use in trying? All you get is pain. When I wanted sunshine, I got rain. Then I started to pray. Now I'm a believer, and not a trace of doubt in my mind. We are love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave prayer if I tried. And then I started to pray. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. We are love. Ooh, I'm a believer. I could leave prayer if I tried. Dancing out there, but it's okay.
I'll never hear that song the same way again.
Thank you. That was great. We are really having fun today. So let's bless our offerings. We're so very grateful for these gifts. We remember that the gift and the giver are one, and we send these gifts forward to expand the love and joy consciousness within this community in Richmond and around the world. So we affirm together, I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Thank you all. So now we want to invite our prayer chaplains to stand. These are the wonderful beings that support our community, our spiritual community in prayer. Be sure and find one of these at the end of the service to have a moment of prayer with you. And or you can put there's nothing compared to sitting down with one of them, but if you want to put something in the prayer box, feel free to do that as well. So let's take a moment to acknowledge we've had loads of people helping today. So the men were in the kitchen, our team for Prayers for Peace met before the service, then we had greeters at our front door. We had our Readers Theater people, Susan helping, all these wonderful musicians, our singers, and we've got Shari and Jody in the back. Let's give them our blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are, and we see you doing amazing things. All right, Rachel, come on in.
We are walking as the light of God. As the light, 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 as the light of God.
Good morning.
All right, is this better? Oh, there we go. Okay, then we're good. All right on the screen. Ooh. All right, we had a really big group today, so we had them split between the youngers and the olders, and Megan did a great job with our younger group, and we are learning more about Zeal, and our affirmation is, I am a light, energetic being of expression of, what was it again? Sorry. We got real distracted on our lesson plan, but it's on their coloring pages. So yeah. Look for it there. And we had a really great time.
All right, let's bless our teachers and young ones. Friends, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ you are. And we see you doing amazing things. And I want the men to take notice. The males are outnumbering the females up here right now. Yeah, we like that. Let's stand up for our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.